What is up, hooligans? Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans. Oh, let me adjust my camera. Make sure you guys hit that like button. More likes, more hooligans. I'll go over the schedule here in a second. First, I gotta flip through all the lives to make sure everything is running smoothly. Just received bad news like right now. It's gonna throw me off my game, damn it. What's up, Super Chad? What's up with Christ? What's up, Matthew? What's up, Damon Walker? What's up, Sawdog? What's up, Born? What's up, Hungry Camel? What's up, Tony? What's up, Pamela? Happy Freedom. What's up, Captain Seamus? What's up, Rubberneck? What's up, Saint Easy? Let's see. What's up, Grey Wolf? What's up, Miss Jamie? What's up, Tornado Freaks? What's up, Snooks? Happy Freedom. All right. What's up, everyone on the JeffMAC Live YouTube channel? What's up, everyone on Twitch? What's up, K-Love? What's up, Silence? What's up, Grumpy Jones? Happy Freedom, hooligans. What's up, everyone on Odyssey? What's up, everyone on Rumble? We almost get more people on Rumble than anywhere else now. It's crazy sauce. What's up, Coin Dragon? What's up, PA Guy? What's up, English? What's up, Big Wheels? Happy Freedom, hooligans. What's up, everyone over on the jeffmaclive.com website? What's up, Cornish? Happy Freedom. Website seems to be running smooth as butter. Yeah, it's a lot better now. I was on the phone with the tech team from 10 o'clock at night till 4 o'clock in the morning. We were fixing things and breaking things and then fixing the broken things and doing that over and over again until we got to a point where things weren't breaking anymore. So at this point, things are stable and running smooth over there. We shouldn't have any issues, at least not right now. At least I wasn't able to break it. So I think we're good. But the tech team told me to let them know if you guys are having any issues over there, and they can work on that. But as of right now, things are stable on the jeffmaclive.com website. If you guys want to claim your free week membership and go check out what's going on over there, now is the best time. It's better than ever. It's running smooth and quick. It's nice and fast. Not as fast as Faded, but it's fast. Alright, so on today's schedule, we're going to be showing a short clip of a protest that happened yesterday in Montreal, Canada. Seems like protest season is starting early this year. It's going to be a spicy summer. I can already see the symptoms of that. Then we have a video that's talking about Newsom roasted for the latest $30 million plan to address homelessness. They're going to build everybody tiny crack dens. It's going to be real great over there in California. Then we have a video that is titled DOJ investigating TikTok owners for possible surveillance of the U.S. journalists. Talking about banning TikTok, which is kind of funny because Facebook sells all of our information to China anyway, and nobody cares about that. Then we have a video that is titled We Found the Real Life Forrest Gump, talking about a guy who is doing some pretty crazy things to raise money for veterans. That's not real crazy, it's kind of amazing. Then we have a video that is titled Xcel Energy and state officials share more information about leak at Monticello nuclear power plant. Just another day, another disaster. And then we will be wrapping up the YouTube side of things, skimming through a video of a BLM protest that was happening. It was happening a couple hours ago in Warrenton, Virginia. It wasn't very big, but you know, a bunch of white people with BLM signs. And then we will be moving to the free speech platforms to talk about the Orange Eagle being arrested. We have multiple posts from the Orange Eagle himself that we're going to go over. And then we're going to show some clips from a protest that is going on right now. That is people who are, it's like an anti-war rally, but it also, there's statements that like China's not our enemy and stuff like that. It's going on in front of the White House. I can't show it because the person covering it wants to use the YouTube platform to strike my channel over copyright. And when another channel strikes you, it's a for real strike, and it's a big deal when that happens. They pretty much told me themselves they were going to do it, sent me screenshots and all kinds of other stuff, which is why we don't cover their nonsense. Not on YouTube, we don't, but we're going to cover a little bit of it anywhere else, because that's how we're going to roll, and that's what's on the schedule for today. So give me a second to pull up this first video and we will get started. So this is a short video of a protest that took place in Montreal, Canada yesterday. I'm going to read through the chat really quick and then we're going to get this started. What's up, Happy Together? Glad you're here. What's up, Shadow? What's up, King of Dorks? Happy Freedom. What's up, Soul Taker? What's up, Bonnie? What's up, Grey Wolf? Thank you so much, King of Dorks, for continuing the membership program for 17 months. You're officially a hooligan. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thanks so much, Angry Farmer. What? For continuing the membership program. It says for 1 month, so I guess this would be your renew, but thank you so much for continuing the membership program. You're officially a hooligan. I appreciate you. Thank you. What's up, Dot? All right, hooligans, let's get this started.
Some demonstrators are continuing to engage in unlawful conduct, thereby endangering public safety or public order. We now consider this demonstration an unlawful assembly. We order you to disperse and leave the area. Otherwise, we will have to intervene. Ceci est un avertissement.
I have no idea what the fuck is going on.
It's been a while since we heard dispersal orders. Of course, when we hear dispersal orders, it's not usually with a French accent. Let's see. He who lurks. No, it's Montreal, Canada. People are protesting early this year. But it's like, it's all over the place. It's not just Canada. We got some stuff going on here. I got 2 different protests on the schedule. And then the Orange Eagle himself is calling for protests. I'm doing all right. He who lurks. How are you doing? So this next video is titled Newsom Roasted for Latest $30 Million Plan to Address Homelessness. Alright, let's get it started, hooligans.
All right, let's get to California now. Governor Newsom there unveiling a plan to build 1,200 tiny houses to help address the state's homeless crisis. Each one measures about 10 square meters and takes about 90 minutes to build. Here's Governor Newsom.
We set aside $750 million to do this. Encampments.
He looks like Dr. Strange with those hands.
Grants, so that we can address what's happening on the streets when that individual is ready, that we have a place to go, or at least another option in terms of the alternatives to living out in the streets and sidewalks.
Joining me now is the host of the Rubin Report, Dave Rubin. He used to live in California, so we're going to tap into his expertise. Want to show you something you probably already know. This is California's homeless population. It is distressing. There's a lot of them there. And then if you look at so now in 2022, 171,000 are homeless. That's the numbers that they have. And as a percentage of the U.S. homeless population, that's 30%. So California does have a huge problem. Does this idea with tiny houses get to a solution that everybody can live with?
Well, I'd actually like to give Gavin Newsom credit, believe it or not, Dana, because nobody on earth in the history of the world is better at creating homeless people than Gavin Newsom, and he deserves credit for that.
What's up, hair juicer?
San Francisco mayor back in 2008, he had like a 10-year plan to eliminate homelessness. There's a video that's going viral that explains that. People can check it out. My Twitter's @RubinReport if you want to see that. He has ruined San Francisco as mayor. He has ruined California as governor. And if you think that 1,200 homes are going to do anything about the homeless problem, which has far more to do with fentanyl and meth and the general state.
He's just hooking them up with some crack dens.
Progressives and the Democrats and the one-party state that is California have caused. I mean, it's not going to stop anything. You know, these people have serious drug problems. They have serious psychological problems on top of the economic conditions, as I said, that the Democrats have created. So there's 100 other issues that should be dealt with to help these people, if you believe the state has that role. And then we can talk about housing. But relative to housing, California also has some of the highest taxes in the nation, some of the craziest regulation related to building. So builders don't want to even build there. And you know, all of the high-income earners are fleeing the state, so you're getting less tax revenue for these crazy adventures that Gavin wants to go on.
He also announced some additional monies that will be going to some cities as they try to tackle this as well, like $1 billion here, $1 billion there. And there's a state leader of the California State Senate. His name is Brian Jones, and this is what he said. This is just another Band-Aid on a crisis that is out of control in California. We know that throwing money at this problem doesn't work. David, now that you've had some distance from California and you've seen in Florida how the system works a lot differently, is there anything you think that Gavin Newsom could actually do to try to get people to stop coming to their state? Because what you were pointing out is that a lot of these people who are homeless, they want to be there. They have the conditions. Maybe they don't want to be homeless, but they want to be left alone. But this tiny house idea, it might look good on paper, but how long do you think that lasts?
Well, of course there's something Gavin Newsom could do. He could resign. That would be the honorable thing to do. Everything he touches, he destroys, at least in the public domain. Now, on the private side, his wineries, as you probably heard, just got bailed out because they had all their money in SVB Bank, which he then lobbied Joe Biden to bail out, which they did. And it turns out that apparently Gavin also had his private money there. So he's good with his private stuff and helping his own wineries, but everything else he touches is garbage. I can tell you.
We gotta cut it right there because afterwards he starts talking about the plague and stuff. You got the idea. He's over there building crack dens for the homeless. Doesn't solve homelessness, it just enables it. We have too much enabling. It happens all over the place, in all ages. Like saying drug addiction is a disease. It's not a disease. It's fruits of your labor. Because of decisions you've made. It's not something you accumulated just naturally. It's enabling, so you can feel bad for yourself and you can continue to live like that. It's enabling. All right, so this next video is titled DOJ Investigating TikTok Owners for Possible Surveillance of U.S. Journalists.
Federal
Let's get her started, hooligans.
Federal prosecutors and the FBI are investigating TikTok's parent company for possible surveillance of journalists who cover the technology industry. ByteDance, TikTok's parent, has acknowledged 4 employees inappropriately obtained data of some U.S. TikTok users, including 2 journalists. In a statement, the company condemned the actions of those involved and said they're no longer employed. But that's no reassurance to the Biden administration, which has pushed ByteDance to sell the app or face a possible ban.
We've expressed concerns over China's potential use of software platforms that could endanger or threaten America's safety and their national security.
TikTok says a sale would make no difference to U.S. national security, and experts say a nationwide ban may not stop the app from collecting Americans' data.
You don't actually even have to use TikTok, and never had used TikTok, for TikTok to have your first name, email addresses, maybe your even patient records.
TikTok's trackers, called pixels, can be embedded in websites that have nothing to do with the app. Open those web pages, say to shop or make an appointment, TikTok knows, and it knows everything you type into those pages. While other technology companies also sprinkle their pixels throughout the
Facebook is really bad about that. I guess they're one of the worst, according to Congress.
Where do you go?
Or
Where do you travel?
the Senate or whatever.
Where do you live, and everything else about your day-to-day life? So that really makes an easy case for someone to influence.
Watch breaking news.
Josh Hawley exposed Facebook for that, saying that it's an invasion of privacy the way that Facebook tracks you down. If you've ever made a Facebook account, even if you don't use it anymore, they're tracking all your other accounts. It's like cancer. It just seeps into everything else you got, and it follows you around on the internet. So this next video is titled, "We Found a Real Life Forrest Gump."
Well, Forrest Gump just...
So this guy is raising money for veterans. Let's get it started, hooligans.
Well, Forrest Gump just kept going and going for, quote, no particular reason. But now we have a real-life Forrest Gump. I hope he's not offended by that characterization, because he has an actual honorable reason that he walked coast to coast. His name is Tommy Pasquale, and he just went from the Atlantic to the Pacific, 3,000 miles. It took him 143 days, and he said along the way he, quote, listened to country music, Bruce Springsteen classics, and the Will Cain podcast. He did it to raise money and awareness for the many homeless veterans in this country. Tommy Pasquale joins us now to tell us about it. So I think the entire country is wondering about your entertainment choices. Out there in the middle of the country, no one but Bruce Springsteen and Will Cain?
Right. I knew you'd like that. Yeah. Only the classics.
That's right. American icons, if you will.
Right.
Tommy, tell us first of all your inspiration to walk from the Atlantic to the Pacific.
Yeah, so it was a goal of mine for the past few years to do something special like this, and with that I knew that I wanted to pair it with a really worthy charity, so I teamed up with the National Coalition for Homeless Veterans, trying to get these brave men and women who have served our country so valiantly off the streets. It just doesn't sit right with me that on any given night 38,000 veterans go to sleep homeless in this country.
And you raised almost $100,000 so far. Many people watching right now can help contribute, I'm sure.
Correct.
How could they do that?
Yes, so you can do it two ways. One, you go directly to the National Coalition for Homeless Veterans website, donate directly there and check out all the great work that they're doing. Or you could go straight to my Instagram, Tommy_walks_America, and in my bio I have a link to a GoFundMe where you can donate there as well.
What a cause, what a purpose, different than Forrest Gump, to actually help America's homeless veterans. Now let's talk about the walk. 143 days. I want to ask you, I guess, the most open-ended question I can, but what was it like?
It was tough. It's definitely the toughest thing I've ever done, but I would say overall it was a great experience. I'm really happy I did it, and I can honestly say with a straight face, I'm very happy it's over as well.
What was the scariest moment?
There was a lot of scary moments. Just, living in a tent with the elements out there, hearing some coyotes in the distance and just the wind whipping against the tent. I thought, there was times where I thought I'd never see home again, but I made it through.
How's the body? How did you feel after walking for 3,000 miles in 143 days?
It was painful, but, like I always say to everyone who asks, I was hurting the whole way, but I wasn't injured. And as long as I'm hurting and not injured, I could still play through it.
Tommy and I feel like we know each other because he's listened to the Will Cain podcast, and I've said on numerous occasions I want to do something like what you've done here. I've wanted to canoe the Lewis and Clark path through the Missouri River or ride a cattle trail from Texas to Montana. But what you've just done, I think, is a bucket list check item for many, many people out there in America to walk this country, and you did it for a purpose to help other Americans. And I know that I, for one, I think most of America appreciates that about you, Tommy Pasquale. He's going to be on the Will Cain podcast this coming. We're going to go a little more into depth about what those nights, what those days were like. But we're proud of you, and we really appreciate you being with us tonight.
Thank you so much for having me on, Will.
Well, actually some good news. Somebody actually doing some good for the world. It's a nice change of pace. So this next video is titled Zelle Energy and State Officials Share More Information About Leak at Montreal Nuclear Power Plant.
Tonight we are learning
Hooligans, let's get it started.
Tonight we are learning more about a radioactive leak at Zelle Energy's nuclear power plant in Monticello. The leak itself happened months ago, but officials formally announced it to the public just yesterday. Gordon Severson spoke with the company and state officials about what happened and why they say the public and water supply are not in danger. Gordon?
Yeah, Randy, when the leak happened back in November, Zelle Energy did report it to the state and to the United States Nuclear Regulatory Commission. But since the public was never in danger and the leak was contained to the site, the company and state officials never felt the need to inform the public until now.
The people in the community should know that this is safe, that there's no public health concern.
Zelle Energy says the leak at the Monticello nuclear power plant involves tritium, a byproduct left over after the creation of nuclear energy. It's mixed into water in the process. The company says a leak was discovered in one of their pipes last November, and about 400,000 gallons of that water leaked out.
So we've recovered about 25% of that water that went into the ground.
The company is now pumping that water out of the ground and safely storing it at the site, a process that could take nearly a year to complete. Company reps say that's why they and the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency made the formal announcement about the leak, because community members will likely see more staff and equipment at the site in the coming months, and they wanted to explain why.
So what we wanted to do make sure is we had sufficient information to really let them.
They didn't want to talk about what happened until they realized that everybody was going to notice they were doing a cleanup.
At the site, officials say the contaminated water has been contained. None of it has been found in outside groundwater or drinking water at this time.
The most important thing for folks to know is we will notify them immediately if there were any risk.
According to the United States Nuclear Regulatory Commission, there was a similar tritium leak at the site back in 2009. The commission says 57 nuclear power plants are operating in the United States, and tritium leaks have happened in at least 40 of them over the years. And in all of those cases, contaminated water never made it into outside groundwater or drinking water. Now, this afternoon, actually just a few hours ago, I received a statement from the mayor in Monticello, and he says the city didn't find out about this leak until just a few weeks ago in late February. They did share some resources and information for anyone who is in the community and has questions about what's going on. We posted that information and those resources on our website at KARE11.com.
Cat trying to bother me. Alright, so this is our last video coming up for the YouTube side of things. We're going to skim through this video of a BLM protest that took place a few hours ago in Warrenton, Virginia. Like I mentioned earlier, it's not just Canada that's protesting, they're protesting here too. This took place a few hours ago, and there's another protest, I think it's going on right now in front of Washington, an anti-war protest. Alright, give me a second. Alright, let's get her started. I'm just going to skim through this. When this is done, we're going to be wrapping things up on YouTube. We're going to be moving over to the free speech platforms to talk about the Orange Eagle, the posts he's making, and the possible arrest. Well, it seems probable at this point. And then we're going to cover a little bit of the protest that's going on in Washington, D.C. I can't show it on YouTube because the person live streaming it is using the YouTube copyright feature to strike my channel. And I cannot have that happen, especially before Tuesday, because Garrett, yes, we'll just go ahead and say yes. The Orange Eagle will be arrested on Tuesday, and there's a major call for protest. We're going to be covering that. I cannot get a strike right now because I need to be able to go live on Tuesday, because I think Tuesday is going to be super spicy. So we're going to skim through this. I'm going to give you guys the spiel deal. Then we're going to move over to the free speech platforms. I'll be posting the links in the chat so all of you guys can hop over to the free speech platforms, over to Rumble, Odyssey, or jeffmaclive.com so you can watch uncensored, and we can cover the news without getting penalized because of community guidelines over on YouTube. So let's get this started.
Very well-to-do income.
And he's rented out. And he's rented out.
And Brian knows he owes me a thank you.
This is about as big as the protest got. So that whole line across the street is pro-BLMers. And then on this side of the street, there's pretty much the equal amount of counter-protesters, and they're all just standing there holding signs at each other. That's pretty much the gist of this.
I'm American. I'm not a Democrat or
So it looks like the protest lasted about an hour and a half. Not very active. Not very active. Not compared to the things that we've seen. All right, we've reached that time of the show. I'm going to post the links for Rumble, Odyssey, and jeffmaclive.com, as well as the link tree that has all of my resources in it. You guys should hop over to the free speech platforms. We're going to go over the post from the Orange Eagle. We're also going to cover a little bit of the protest going on in Washington, D.C. right now. We're just going to kind of skim through it so you guys can get the gist. We're not going to sit there and watch it because there's a lot of people there, but there isn't a lot going on. They're all just kind of standing there listening to speakers on stage sound ridiculous. So give me a second to post these links. Make your way over to the free speech platforms, and we will continue on with the spiel deal. Alright, hooligans, I've posted the links to Rumble, Odyssey, jeffmaclive.com, as well as the link tree. Make your way over to the free speech platforms. While I give the spiel, you have until the end of this advertisement to make your way over there, and then we will continue on with the show. If you guys are already on the free speech platforms, go ahead and take your seats, get your riot snacks, go on and pour yourself another cup of coffee. We'll be starting again in just a moment. So, hooligans, when you get a second, please go to jeffmaclive.com. On the homepage, you can find all of my links listed. You can find the link to join Gilded for free. Gilded is currently the best way to receive notifications for when and where we go live. Every time we go live, there is a news board on Gilded to keep you up to date with things going on. There's a ton of hooligans over there to hang out with and chat it up pretty much about whatever you like, 24 hours a day, so definitely join Gilded. Also on the JeffMAC Live homepage, you can find links to the merch store if you would like to grab some merch. We have shirts, hoodies, stickers, and coffee mugs. Everything is displayed in black and white or white and black, but if you find something you like, just click on that item to see all the colors that that item comes in. You can also find links to PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Stripe, Zelle, and Buy Me a Coffee, as well as locals if you would like to support what I do. There is an Amazon wish list link if you would like to send me stuff. It's really easy to use. Anything you purchase directly from the wish list will be sent straight to me without having to send emails, find addresses, or anything like that. You still have time to send me stuff for the birthday unboxing that will be taking place on the 31st. If you would like to send me something of your own choice, you can find the P.O. Box address on the contact page at jeffmaclive.com. Just make sure you send me the tracking number. That way I can pick the package up on time, because after 3 days the post office will mail it back to you. I don't want that to happen. Also on the JeffMAC Live homepage, you can find links to the membership programs. There's memberships for YouTube, Gilded, Discord, Odyssey, Rumble, and Twitch. And then jeffmaclive.com itself has a membership program that will give you access to our private social media area, all of our group chats where we can voice chat, video chat, text chat, all the waves of networking and communication known to man. You will also have access to the live streaming area with its own built-in chat, so definitely go check out the memberships on jeffmaclive.com. You can claim a free week membership, no strings attached, no credit cards required. We're not going to charge you. Your access will just expire after a week. You can find that link in the description. You can also find it at the very top of the link tree. All right, we are at that point. We're going to be cutting off the YouTube platform and continuing on with all the free speech platforms. So give me a second to help the YouTube platform out of the room. For all you hooligans that only watch on YouTube, I appreciate all of you. I would love to share this information with you, but because of the community guidelines, I am not able to. I have to follow the rules in order to stay here and be present every day. So happy freedom. I appreciate all of you. Let's get this wrapped up.